Hello everyone and welcome back to Gothic, where last episode we finished all the missions for the Swamp Camp mission. We got the approval of all the gurus. We finished the last of the missions for the old camp. All we need to do is the test of fate in the old mine. So we're gonna head that way this episode. It is on the top left of the map. We're gonna pass through the forest, kill some wolves, and then we'll jump right into the mine. And this episode will be all about the old mine, because there are some missions over there as well, and some ore to be made. For now, I'm gonna take a nap until morning, so you guys can properly see what's happening, and then we'll make our way to the old mine.
That's not really my.
Okay, so we're up, it's the next morning, and to make our way to the old mine, we're gonna exit through the front gate of the old camp. And we're gonna go through that forest I warned you about in the first episode.
There must be something about.
Now at this point it won't seem like much, it's just some wolves and some mole rats. But well, if we went there just when we started out, it wouldn't have ended very well for us, because wolves are no joke early game. But at this point, we actually have 65 strength, which is a ludicrous amount for this point in the game. We are way over leveled for the quests we are currently doing. So at this point, even in the old mine, we should be afraid of things like mine crawlers, which are kind of ant-like creatures. You'll see them when we get there, because we will be warned about them in the old mine. But because we are so over-tuned at this point from doing all the little quests, I think we should be able to even take out a few of the mine crawlers. Ooh, orc leaf, that's a good item. I'm not gonna pick up every plant at this point, simply because we're not that desperate for ore anymore. Although I might regret it later, because higher level armors do cost a lot. Ooh, a potion. Okay, so if you see those wooden constructions over there, that's where the old mine is. And I actually want to do some exploring. I don't remember what's at the end of this road here. I think it's just a dead end, but I still want to check it out. There are a lot of things I might have forgotten since the last time I played. I know the general questing, although I barely remember, for example, the Swamp Camp storyline. It was one of my least favorite camps back when I used to play, when I finished the game a million times. So that would be a bit new for me, and also the new camp is a bit fuzzy in my head. But when it comes to main questing, I do remember pretty much everything. Okay, so we're gonna head right into the old mine right here. I think there were some things that could be looted around here, but honestly, it doesn't matter. We'll just walk right in. And here we are, and I'm gonna start picking up pretty much anything I can my little hands on. And let's get some info. Drake.
Can you tell me anything about the mine?
Well, this part we're standing in now is the main shaft. A system of catwalks takes you down to the bottom. And they're digging for ore everywhere. But you need to be careful. There are many mine crawlers there as well. Right at the bottom is the smelting place. We're smelting a part of the ore to use it right there.
What do I need to look out for in the mine?
Mine crawlers, mainly. Dangerous beasts. We've had to give up a few caves because of them. They've eaten quite a few diggers, too.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Oh, but my tongue's so dry. You bring me a beer, and I'll tell you something about the crawlers.
I mean, we have a beer.
Here, drink to my health.
Thanks. Well, crawlers live in large packs, mostly in the side caves. They've never attacked us here in the main shaft yet. If you ever meet one of them, run. Or stand with your back to the wall. That way you may stand a chance.
Tell me more about it.
If you want to know more, go to Viper. He's the smelter. Or talk to Ian. He's the boss. He organizes everything here in the mine.
Where can I find Ian?
He's right in the middle of the main shaft, next to the storeroom. Oh, one more thing. You know Thoris, don't you? Forget him. There's just one person who has the say in here, and that's Ian. He's the boss. If you get into trouble with him, you'll be in trouble with us all. Understood?
See ya.
Alright, so Ian's the guy we need to talk to for the test of fate. But we could finish this really easily. We could just go down, talk to Ian, and we'd be done with everything. But there are some missions around here, so I'm gonna want to finish those too. For now, let's talk to Santino.
Can I trade things with you?
I have everything you need. What I don't have is no use to you anyway.
And I'm mostly doing this because I want all of the ore. Maybe some healing potions too. And a couple of... Actually, we have enough. Okay, and let's trade some stuff that we need. For example, a lot of swamp fly wings. You know what? I'll take the potion. At this point, we have so much stuff we no longer need that we might as well just trade it in. Oh, there's a Templar here. Why?
What are you Templars doing in the mine?
We're hunting for mine crawlers. Go back to the camp. You'll be safe there.
Why do you hunt the crawlers?
For their mandibles. They contain a valuable secretion.
What kind of secretion?
A poison. Only our guru Kor Kalam knows how to brew potions with it.
We know who Kor Kalam is, so...
How can I remove the mandibles from the mine crawlers?
It's not that easy to do that. I can teach you.
Right, so we have one skill point left. We learned everything we needed to learn about skinning and claws and fangs. The last thing we need is how to cut out minecrawler mandibles, and that's what we have the last skill point for.
Can you teach me how to remove the mandibles?
And it's free.
First, you need to cut deep into the flesh. Be careful not to hit the mandible gland. If you do, the secretion will squirt out.
That must be quite painful.
You bet. Did you ever meet Korger Three Fingers, the crawler hunter? Oh no, that was before you arrived. Well, let's go on. Cut around the glands, leaving a wide gap. Then remove the flesh together with the mandible. If you stick to that, you won't have any problems removing the mandibles.
See you later.
May the sleeper awaken.
That little line there, have you ever met Kroger? Oh no, it was before you arrived. That actually is so amazing. It makes the game feel so alive. As in, it simply proves that the world was a thing before you arrived here as well. It doesn't all revolve around you. And that guy, well, he probably died at some point because he's no longer around. But he was a minecrawler hunter, and he probably died because of that poison in there. Okay, so we heard the side passages are filled with minecrawlers, so we should only go through the main passages. But we do have 65 strength, so we are a monster here. Also, just look at how beautiful the mines are. It may not look like much by today's standards, but I'll give you a better view from below at some point. Back when Gothic released, this was... it was just a wonder to behold. Okay, this is a side passage that is mined, so that's a good thing for us. It will probably have some quests for us to do. Right, some guards. We definitely don't want to go into there, and we can already see there's webbing here. Okay, you're named, but you don't want to talk. I'm okay with that. And once again, we'll gather up everything we can get. There's a lot of things hidden around here in the mine. Sometimes it's not a big deal, just random torches and shit, but...
The guards will never get me.
What do you mean?
I only work when the guards are nearby, or they can see me. Otherwise, I just hang around here.
Don't they get suspicious?
Yeah, well, of course I dig less ore than all the others do. It's not always enough, so I have to do a bit of trading. I keep my ears open, so I get to know many useful things. You don't happen to have some ore on you? Let's say about 10 ore?
So I will give him the 10 ore, because we'll make way more than that back by doing the missions for him.
All right, here's 10 ore for you.
Thanks. If you go to the main shaft and follow the catwalks further down, you'll soon get to 2 side caves. There's a guard in the second one, and there's also an old masher. There's a healing potion lying about somewhere, but be careful, and beware of the crawlers. And if you need or hear something, come back to me. I'm sure I'll be able to help.
Have you got any other useful information?
Sure. Have you got 10 ore?
I expect good information for my ore.
There's loads of locked chests here. Glenn, the digger at the top, can get you a couple of lockpicks.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
Actually, I might have confused this digger for another, but still, 20 ore well spent if you don't know this information. I mean, just the healing potion is worth more than 10 ore if I remember right. But we'll get back to this character at some point, because there's definitely a quest I remember. For now, we're just gonna go all the way down to the next level. And here we're gonna meet another digger who's kind of an asshole. Snipes.
How's things?
I have a deal to suggest. If you make Aaron leave the chest alone, I'll give you 10 ore.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, sure.
Aaron being this guy. And it's kind of funny, because it's the first time we've met him.
What are you doing here?
I'm watching diggers like Snipes over there to make sure they keep their hands off my chest.
And yeah, it's the first time we've ever talked to him. And he's just gonna trust us on this.
Ian sent me. You should go to see him at once.
What does he want?
No idea.
No idea. Ian will tell you that himself. Do you think he'd tell me something like that?
Then I'll go to see him.
Alright, so we're just gonna wait for him to get out of line of sight. And we'll try and get his chest. Just want to make sure he's completely gone, because I don't want to get aggroed. Right. Okay, so it's not pickable. Maybe Snipes knows something about it. I'm sure he does.
You owe me 10 ore.
Here, you've already earned the 10 ore. Oh, and one more thing. I have the key to his chest as well. For you, only 30 ore.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Give me the key.
You made good business there.
I just wonder what you get out of it.
I'm always glad when I can get one over on the gods. And if they found the content of the chest with me, I'd be a dead man.
It's
I'll see
okay.
you later.
Yeah, sure.
I won't be in the mine for long, so I'll take care of the chest's content for you. So we gave him 20 ore because, well, we actually gave him 30, but he gave us 10 ore at the start, so only 20 ore, but we get 72 here, a scroll of healing, and a beer. Which is a big win, if you ask me. Right, with that, we can carry on going downwards. And look at the mine from here. Beautiful. Down the ladder, and over there you can actually see Ian. And another shop. But we're not going there just yet. We've learned that we can lure people away. And there's this guy here in the storage room.
What's in the storeroom?
That's none of your business.
Standing around for so long must make you thirsty.
You bet, man. I could use a good swig now. Got anything on you?
Here you go. Have one on me as well.
Thanks.
The guy's drinking with his nose. That's not right.
Is there anything special in the storeroom now?
Some chest that we store supplies in. The keys disappeared, though.
Disappeared?
I bet Aleph was involved. That guy can't be trusted.
Okay, so we could lure him away, but I'm not gonna do it just yet because I don't have the key. Aleph was the first guy we talked to for information, and we're gonna go back all the way to him and see what he has to say about the key. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have it. Now, you'd probably avoid tricking all the people in here if you're playing for the first time without knowing what's gonna happen. But I'll just tell you right now, there are absolutely no consequences to doing this, except some miners will be slightly angry for a few seconds. So we'll definitely not miss the opportunity to make a little bit of ore off of them. Yeah. So the guard's here now, and of course Aleph will be working, just as he said. He only works when the guards are here. But of course, we can still ask him if he has the key.
Do you know anything about the key for the chest in the storage shed?
Well, that depends.
On how much ore I'll give you?
You learn fast.
Alright, so we'll just go the middle route of 30 ore, because he won't give it to us for 50.
30 ore should be enough.
All right. I happen to have the key here.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
He just happens to have the key on him. Of course. Okay, so now we can go back and we can lure the guard away. And we can get that nice chest loot. And I even saw a piece of ham on the table. Okay, we're back, and let's try and lure Albert away.
Listen, Ian and the others are sitting at the bottom having grilled meat.
What? Without me? Well, I'll collect my share.
And there he goes. We'll just wait a bit until he's out of line of sight. Perfect. We get ham, bread. And of course, there are 2 boxes here that we can loot. 2 fireball scrolls, 203 ore. Here's apples. And the other one, we have 2 light scrolls and a firebolt scroll. Not much, but it's still good. Anything else in here that we should loot? No, I think that was it. Right, so finally we can go down to... I thought he was gonna talk to me. So go down to Ian.
Hey, you! If you try to make a fool out of me again, you've had it. You got that?
Hey, don't you miss the key to your chest?
Indeed. I don't even want to guess how or why you know about the key. But I'll give you 20 ore if you get it back for me.
And there's our 20 ore that we spent for the key back.
Here's your key.
Yeah, that's it. Well, here's your 20 ore like we agreed. But you'd better watch out in future. From now on, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, go visit your empty chest now, dude. Right,
Hey, you,
Albert?
there was no grilled meat at all.
Oh, I guess I must have been mistaken. Have a good day.
What do you mean? There's grilled meat right here. There's a whole scavenger. Oh, that's a lot of chests. I would like to loot all of those, but unfortunately I don't think we can. Yeah, guards are gonna kick my ass if I try. Alberto!
Can I trade things with you?
Yep. Anything you want, if you have ore.
How about if I want ore? And the healing potions, and I'll take a few arrows as well, just to make it a nice round number. And I will trade you a lot of shit weapons. How about that? Oh, that's actually too much. Give me back some of the shit weapons. Perfect. Right, so we're trying to turn all of our wealth into ore right now because we will need it later for armors and other things. And finally, we met Ian.
Are you Ian, the boss of the mine?
Yeah, I'm Ian, and this is my mine, so don't touch or break anything.
Isn't that Gomez's mine?
Yeah, of course, this is the mine of the old camp. But in here, there's only one boss, and that's me.
Can you tell me something about the ore production here?
We dig for ore day and night. This means a storage of 200 sacks per month, and another 20 sacks which will be melted down. Hundreds of blades can be forged with the ore we supply to the king.
I've heard that the ore has magical qualities. Tell me about it.
The magic ore does have special qualities. Weapons forged from it don't break. Their blades are sharper than usual ones. An army equipped with these weapons has a decisive advantage in battle.
Tell me more about the ore.
Unfortunately, the magic powers of the ore vanish during the smelting process. They know the right smelting technique in the blast furnaces of Nordmar. But even without the magic powers, weapons made from this ore are extremely resistant and do more damage than normal weapons.
Tell me about the mine.
If you want to look around here, you need to be careful. There are mine crawlers in the caves. You better stay in the main shaft. And leave the Templars alone. Even if they only hang around most of the time, they're the best fighters you can ever have at your side when it comes down to the crawlers.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have some work to do, and don't keep my boys from doing their work.
I'll just have a look around here.
Alright, and of course, my favorite line out of all, Diego sent me.
Diego sent me. I'm to collect the list.
All right, here's the list. Tell him to hurry up with the deliveries.
I'll just have a look around.
Don't make any trouble.
Okay, so the list is actually a list of requirements. So what they need: 20 loaves of bread, not the moldy sort this time, 25 30 apples, 10 lumps of cheese, 1 soup ladle, 1 brush, 5 pickaxes and 3 hammers, and a liberal amount of swamp weed. You know, first consignment of the month. We're expecting the delivery for the day after tomorrow. Ian. So, after receiving this list, the old mine in story should send a convoy. The old camp should send a convoy with all the stuff to the old mine. But as we know, the new camp likes raiding those convoys. So this is a condition for joining the new camp that they don't tell you about. You can always take the list to Laris, and he'll modify it to get more stuff that they can loot. Right. You heard about the minecrawlers, and here's the first time you get to see them. Now, if you're here... Sorry about that. If you're here without a lot of strength and a good weapon, minecrawlers will eat you alive. But we have a lot of strength and good weapons. So... Oh, unfortunately, minecrawlers still hit like a fucking truck. So... we'll let the Templars deal with these, but of course we will collect the minecrawler glands. Ooh. Okay, and I did this because in here there should be some stuff that's worthy of being looted. Any other minecrawlers around? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's pop a torch. We can see what's going on around here. Okay, we'll get back to that. Mushrooms. I remember there's definitely something I wanted to loot down here. Just don't exactly remember what it was. And it's definitely not just the herbs. Okay, we're gonna have to take a trip through the tunnels and okay, that's a big hole. We don't want to jump in there. And there's what we were looking for. There's a ring here. I'm not sure if it was good for anything. Protection against fire. It's completely useless. But it's still worth a lot.
As long as I'm not involved. People always.
Okay, so if it was just 1 or 2 minecrawlers, we could have easily taken them out on our own, but there were 5 or 6 of them there, and it's just no way we could have taken all of those. Okay, there's a side passage here. I think it's the one with the healing potion that Aleph was talking about. So let's get our 10 ore worth of there we go. Let's go get our 10 ore worth of information. Gonna take the mushrooms as well, of course. And there's 1, 2, I think there's another one down there. So about 3 mine crawlers. And I don't really want to mess with that. But we'll just look around the top. We will have to come back to this exact room at some point, because we will need a little gear for a shredder. But there we go, some ore, a potion, and jump back. And for now, this will be enough in this side shaft. And we will go lower, because I want to meet the ore smelter. And here we will also see our first orc. The orcs are, of course, unpaid workers in the mine. Interns. Yeah. That's the word for it, right? Okay, Viper is the ore smelter, and I want to talk to him especially because...
I hear you're the smelter.
You're a smart boy indeed.
I hear you only melt down part of the ore.
Some time ago we used to melt a lot down, but Gomez and the majors were not too happy about that. They hung around here for weeks to examine the ore and everything else. They fiddled about and stuck their noble noses in things they didn't have a clue about. Finally, we only smelted a part of the ore. The majors never came back here.
Can you give me ore?
If you can give me any goods.
And here's why I wanted to talk to him. He has 750 ore in his inventory, and is probably the single best place to exchange goods for ore early game. So we are going to sell him all the stupid weapons that we don't need. We have 2 rings of life, so we're gonna sell one of those. I'll keep the ring of fire protection for now. Other than that, we have a lot of... We no longer need Kavalorsky. We have a lot of Skin's teeth and other stuff that we can just turn in, and there's 750 easy ore. Other than that, there are a couple of side passages here that I want to explore. If we go down here, I think there will be a closed gate right at the end of this. And yeah, an orc intern. Because YouTube doesn't like it when we say the actual word. So they are simply unpaid interns. Right, so at the end of that hallway, there's, or at the end of the room, there is a big closed gate, which we will find out about in the next act. For now, we will ignore it. And there is one more side passage, which will be full of mine crawlers, that I would like to explore here. Because if I remember right, there were some things that they do drop that I want. Also, this guy is pretty damaged, so I'm guessing he did fight the mine crawler. Gonna do a little save game here, just for safety. There's an arrow, another arrow, and a bone bow. which is not amazing, but it only requires 18 dexterity. It's almost as good as a longbow. I don't know why you would use a bone bow instead of a longbow, because if you're at 18 dexterity, it's just as if you had 20, to be honest, because it raises in multiples of 5 usually. But it is a free bow if you don't have another one. Okay, and up here I remember there being another ring. And it is a ring of lesser dexterity. So if you are playing with bows, which I don't recommend, once again, this is a good spot to get your dexterity up a little bit. Okay, so there were supposed to be mine crawlers in this shaft, but I'm guessing our guys took them out. And by the time we came back, their bodies despawned. But there are some more over that way. So I'm just gonna pick these mushrooms. Nice and easy. And let's deal with the minecrawler. Now, compared to other creatures, minecrawlers don't sit around trying to threaten you. They will just charge. And also, if one of them aggroes, all of them aggro. Which makes it really annoying if you need to heal yourself up between encounters. I think there's gonna be one or two more here. Okay, there's one. There's 3 of them here. But one of them is stuck in the wall. Okay, and we gained the level. I'm back here. Okay. As you can see, minecrawlers do grant a lot of experience, which is awesome. And we will need to kill a crap ton of them later on in the game. But for now, we got another potion, some hell mushrooms, another potion, and the best thing here, the stone crusher, which is a huge, huge upgrade for us. The Bloodfly Sting deals 26 damage for 11 strength. Stone Crusher is also a one-handed weapon, but it deals 11 damage more for 26 strength. And it looks much cooler as well. Okay, with all that said, we are actually done with the old mine. So I'm just gonna make my way back up. And we will take a quick trip to the new camp. We'll give the list to Laris so he can modify it. And that will give us basically admission to the new camp if we want to join with them. And then we will take the modified list to the old camp. And that will give us, well, the test of fate, which is the admission to the old camp, if we want to join, of course. So we are back at the new camp, and we're just gonna head straight to Laris.
You again.
I have the list of requirements for the old mine.
Not bad. How'd you get it?
Ian gave it to me.
You got a nerve? So they sent you to test me, did they? Thoris must already be going mad, I'm sure.
Diego gave me the order.
Diego does what Thoris tells him to. If I know him, he'd die laughing if he knew that you was here.
Can I get in there now or not?
Just go on in. Laris won't believe his eyes.
Okay. Let's not steal the wine.
I have the list of requirements for the old mine on me.
No, I don't believe it. I must say you do seem to have a nerve. Show me.
Here it is.
Indeed. Do you know what we're gonna do with it? We'll add to it, and you'll take the list back to the old camp. Then, when they deliver the stuff to the mine, we'll mug them and take the lot. It won't take a minute. Here's the list. You know what to do.
Alright. Now all that's left is for us to deliver the list to Diego. So I will see you guys there. Okay, we made our way back to the old camp. And we're just gonna turn the list over to Diego.
I have the list from Ian.
Well done. That'll get you a few brownie points.
No comments about the modifications to the list. So that should be okay. Now I think we could go back to the new camp and talk to Laris, and he will give us part of the loot as a reward. But if that's the case, we will do that next episode. For now, I think this will be it for this episode. We made a lot of progress. We made our way to the old mine. We did a few missions around there. We earned a lot of ore. A lot of it. We have 1,692, which I think will qualify us for an instant upgrade to our armor if we can buy it, because I'm not sure, some camps don't offer you the upgrade straight at the start. But either way, we are pretty rich right now. We also finished the test of fate with the modifications from Laris, and we killed some mine crawlers. We gained another level, so we have 10 skill points. I will wait for 10 more skill points, and that way we should be able to learn the level 2 one-handed skill, and then we can start working on the two-handed weapon skills, because we will definitely need that by the end. But that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.